Hi, it's Megan. I periodically make my way into my local drugstore to see what's new. Sometimes I feel like the drugstore makeup world is just a little bit overwhelming, but when there are new limited edition collections that come out, I don't know, for me that's just sort of manageable. I guess the hesitation I have is that sometimes I go and the displays are just completely stripped. So I got lucky this week and I did a whole bunch of amazing, actually, drugstore makeup hauling, and I'm happy with some of the products. So this particular review is for these L'Oreal reds. So last year they did a collection of nudes, and I think there were 6 of them. It's either 6 or 7. And I have to say I was underwhelmed with the nude collection. And the concept behind it is that there is a specific nude for every kind of look, you know, skin tone, eyes, hair, whatever. And so to execute on that, they basically picked a nude for each of these different types of spokeswomen, who ranged really from super light to super dark. So it's a great concept, but I was underwhelmed with the lipsticks. This year though, they've upped it to 10, and I have to say I've only tried 3 so far because I got them, today is Wednesday, I got them all on Monday, and you know, you can only wear so much lipstick in 2 days, 3 days. So I've only tried 3, and I just decided to break it up into manageable chunks. I've tried to do videos before where I had a couple of really vibrant red type shades, and there is a saturation point. I think it's like 4 or 5 shades, just taking them on and off on camera because I like you to see how opaque they are and how much my natural lip color is impacting the color of the lipsticks. It just becomes just a red mess, and I look like a vampire on a bad day. It's just, it doesn't work. So this is going to be 3 of the reds, and if I haven't said it yet, I don't think I have, I really like the reds better so far, having only tried 3. So I have number 400, Doutzen's red, number 402, Blake's red, which is the one I have on my lips right now. And I always tend to slouch as soon as the camera starts. And then 403, Ava's red. Probably, I guess I skipped 401, whatever. And so I picked these for no reason whatsoever. I just kind of grabbed 3. And said, let's just do that. And of course, I forgot a mirror from this video, but that's okay. So, first of all, these do have a very strong perfumey scent. If you can't handle that, these are not the lipsticks for you. Next of all, I saw them in a couple different drugstores, and they were ranging from about $8.99 to about $10.99. And I had read somewhere that these were exclusive either to Walgreens or Rite Aid, but I've seen them at Walgreens, Rite Aid, and CVS, so much for that. This is what they look like. They've got the gold, the black. And from what I understand, although I've done a bunch of searches online, nobody's 100% sure, but it seems like these are going to be permanent collection. So if they sell out, which all my local stores have been sold out. I actually had to get one off of eBay, which is why we have to do that video last, because it's not here yet. So this is number 1, Blake's, not number 1, number 402, Blake's red. And this is the shade. You can see it's a bright, in my opinion, brightened blue red. And it's a true blue red. It leans a little bit cooler in undertone. A little bit kind of a slight pink feel to it on my wrist, but I don't think on my lips for whatever reason. I'm not sure why that is. The formula itself, I actually had a whole way to describe it. I was thinking about this earlier. In the past year, maybe 2 years, there's been this huge trend of these super opaque pigmented lipsticks. This is not that. This is kind of going back to a very creamy but lighter formula with just a lighter look on the lips. Very even coverage. It is fully opaque anyway, but it just is not that super pigmented look that we've seen recently with the NARS and, you know, whatever. Even the Tom Ford sometimes. And it's just a lighter, creamier formula. It's very even coverage. I get a lot of staining from these, which is why 3 lipsticks again is really, I can't do more than that. Well, I'll do 4 in 1, but it's hard to do too many because they do stain. And these are going to wear, they have been wearing a good 3, a little bit over on me, and they wear really evenly. They get that kind of slightly sunk into the lip look, you know, that staining, just because they do stain so intensely. All three of these have stained. So this is it. But they do look beautiful for those almost 3 hours. Reds tend to wear longer anyway. Okay, so since I forgot a mirror, I could turn the camera off, but we're just gonna go ahead. Doutzen's red. So you can see they're really creamy, easy application, fully opaque, but you can see again that red here, and you're probably starting to see already, just because I was wearing the other one for a little bit, some staining. There was a release, seemingly from what I can tell online, in parts of Asia and in the UK. So this is a very orange, it's almost not a red in my opinion, very orange coral red. Less orange on my lips than swatched, which might be because this one's not quite as fully opaque. I don't know, but that's how it looks. Anyway, there was a release I saw in parts of Asia and seemingly in the UK, and they used different spokesmodels, and they also, these have the name of the spokesmodel and a number. The one in Asia had names actually of the lipstick, so it's hard to tell if there's a complete dupe for dupe, but it seems like the models from Asia that weren't taken and imported into this line match a lipstick with a different model here, but I can't tell for sure. But just looking at the swatches online, that's what it looks like to me. So this it's a hard color for me to wear, not because I think it looks bad on me, just because it's really orange. And I've started to, look at that, see what I mean? That vampire just having fed look. I've started to embrace oranges a little bit more this year, but I can only go so orange. Ava 403. Again, just really creamy, even coverage. And this one is a little bit brick. You can see that. It's like a rusty, slightly bricky red. It's a little bit warmer than the first. Look at the difference between the first. Look at the difference between all of them. And part of what I do is I wear the lipstick on my arm for a while, which yes, I do get comments like, what happened? But I like to see how it stains the skin, because I find with these, actually, I can see it staining my skin just as I wear it, or my lip as I wear it. But with more subtle shades, it takes the whiter skin to kind of show how much the staining happens. And this stains. One thing I was also going to say is that there's a concept of kind of wearable reds that I learned, which is some reds are just so vibrant and in your face and just wow. And these are a little bit more subtle. They're a little bit more wearable. That you can really, these three, since I haven't tried the others yet, you really can wear these on a day-to-day basis, and they're not going to be too loud for, I guess, maybe most of the people who are a little red shy, because red's a strong color, but these are a little bit more wearable. I think this is just a really pretty shade. It's not so bright as the other two. And I would say when I first tried them on, I was a little disappointed. And I thought about it for a while, and I thought, why is that? Because they're actually quite pretty on. And I just thought it's because I'd gotten more used to these super pigmented lipsticks over the past year, 2 years. And so I guess that's the only other comment. You know, you kind of have to be looking for a lighter formula than some of what's been the trend later. But if so, I think it's a really great concept to try different reds and see what you feel comfortable with and what works on you. And the price point's a little bit better than a lot of the other non-drugstore brands. Anyway, that's what I have to say about these. I will now be moving on to another 3 or 4 and testing those, and then I'll do a video and tell you what I think. But if you have any thoughts or comments so far, I would love to hear it. If you've tried any of them and have any feedback, that would be really great as well. And then please subscribe on YouTube, because it really actually does help me a lot. Thanks very much.